What's going on, y'all? So today, I'm gonna be ranking all 32 NFL teams in order for who I think are actual Super Bowl contenders, down to who I think will be straight trash. All right, let's get into it. First, we have the Tennessee Titans. Started off with trash. Um, I do like Cam Ward. I think he will be good down the line. I just hope Tennessee doesn't screw him up before then. Um, they just fired their coach. Fire him midway through the season is terrible. And then for a rookie quarterback, you don't know what idea it does to his confidence. Um, Again, they have to get pieces around him. They need to get him weapons, a better O line. It's just so much they need. Right now, they're definitely trash, though, in my opinion. Then we have Washington Commanders. Right now, I would have had them in the outside looking in, but now that Daniels is hurt, now that it looks like that defense just giving up when they went against the Lions, right now I have to put them in trash. Like I said, the defense giving up, offense looks abysmal. Right now, there's nothing good going for them. I would tell them just to rest Daniels. Don't even have him come back this year, and try to start fresh next year. Try to build off of this next year. Um, so yeah, that's what I have for them. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns. Now with the Browns, everything's in shambles. I don't like Dylan Gabriel. The defense is a Super Bowl caliber defense. That offense is doo doo. It's trash. So right now I keep him there. I don't like Dylan Gabriel. I think Shador. You start Shador. I don't know what Shador's ceiling is, but I think it's definitely higher than Gabriel's. Um, I do like their running back in Judkins. They do have pieces. They just need to get a quarterback so they can put it together, maybe a few more weapons, and then they can actually make a run at this with this defense. But right now, they're trash. Kansas City. Now, the Kansas City I'm seeing at the moment, the deep playoff run and not Super Bowl contenders. The reason I don't see them as Super Bowl contenders is, at least this is the start of the season. This is the first half of the season. They haven't looked good. They haven't looked like their old self. Their offense isn't clicking the same way. Now, as of lately, they are getting better. It seems like they're picking up the pace. So again, this could change a little bit towards the end of the season. But right now, I would have them as just deep playoff run. Nothing right now is putting them over the top to win the Super Bowl. And then we have my Detroit Lions. Now, when it comes to the Lions, I think it's easily Super Bowl contention. If it was a game or two ago, I would say deep playoff run. My confidence has built since Dan Campbell has finally taken back play calling on offense. John Morton's play calling was abysmal. You weren't getting your weapons involved. Offense looked bland and generic, looked predictable. Now that Dan Campbell's back, I think we can actually start looking like that Super Bowl contending team again. Our defense is even better than last year, which is great. As long as we stay healthy, just semi-healthy, I think we could make a. I think we're a Super Bowl team. And then we have the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, I have them on the outside looking in. Um, they have a lot of questions that need to be answered. Like, what are you doing with Kyler Murray? I know Brissett is the option for right now, but obviously he's not the future quarterback for this organization. Are you going to get somebody in the draft? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered right now. Um, I do like Marvin Harrison. I do think he's coming along, but you need to get a quarterback in there as soon as possible to benefit off of these young pieces developing, so they can develop with the quarterback. Then we have the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, I have them as of right now. I had them outside looking in. I have them outside looking in because that old line needs to protect Stroud for one. They could be a wild card team if everything goes right. I know they got off to a rough start, but that defense is keeping them in there. With that win against Jacksonville, that was huge. I think CJ's coming back next week. If they can build some momentum, I think they can inch their way into a wild card spot. But as of right now, I don't see it unless that offense can really get clicking. Again, they need to pair the offense with the defense because that defense is Super Bowl caliber. So we'll see what happens. Next, we have Cincinnati Bengals. I have them outside looking in. That defense is so bad. That defense is atrocious. And the offense is just counteracting. The offense is so good, but the defense is so bad. It's the complete opposite of the Texans. Um, it it's just so many pieces you need on defense. There's no way I could see them even inching their way back into the wild card spot. Yes, you put up 40 points, but you give up 50. That's not going to win you games. That's not going to continuously win you games. My recommendation to them is to rest Burrow for the rest of the season. Take the season as a scratch. Make sure Burrow is healthy going into next season. Then you add pieces in the draft and free agency, or in the draft or free agency. Add defensive pieces. Get the team ready for next year. That's my opinion. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl contenders. Sam Darnold looks like that guy, and Jake was that guy. I don't have too much bad to say. Everything's clicking right now. Offense looks amazing. Defense is good. Um, as long as if they stay like this going forward, they're easily Super Bowl contenders in my opinion. Next we have Buffalo Bills. After the Kansas City win, I would have had them easily as Super Bowl contenders. But what I have been seeing lately, I got to put them as just deep playoff run. Um, the way they lost to the Miami Dolphins, I don't know if you can just ignore that. I know they're division rivals. I don't think you can ignore the way they lost. It was bad. They have some work to do. Now, again, they could put it together as the season goes on, but as of right now, I don't see them as a Super Bowl team. Um, they need where's weapons at? Where's Coleman? Coleman's been disappearing as of what I've seen with Buffalo. I don't see a lot of Coleman. So again, they have a lot of questions being answered, but we'll see. Then we have the Miami Dolphins. With the Dolphins, if it was beginning of the season, I would have them as trash. They have been picking up the pace as of lately. I don't think they have enough, obviously, to make the playoffs, but I think they're going to build on this momentum. Hopefully, going into next year, add some key pieces. I don't know if Tyreek Hill is planning on coming back, but if they can do that, I see them bouncing back next year. Again, I don't know how far they bounce back, but right now they need to focus on just building momentum going into the offseason, and just call the season to scratch for right now. Then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think wild card team. Um, I'm not impressed with the Steelers. I'm not impressed with Aaron Rodgers. That defense looks atrocious compared to what I thought they would be, especially the defense. I knew Aaron Rodgers was old. I wasn't expecting much of him. I was expecting more of that defense. All the key pieces you added, it's not showing up. It's not. So obviously, I think they're going to be a wild card team, which that's the Steelers' model right now is to win, go over 500 barely, and get a wild card spot just to be in the playoffs to say we're there and never make a run at it because they're nowhere near making a run at it this year. But the start Baltimore got off to, I think they're going to benefit off of that. I think they're going to end up falling in the division. I don't think they're going to win it. And I think they're going to sneak and get that wild card spot and lose in the first round. They need to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how many years they signed him to, but you need to get a quarterback. You need to get a young quarterback, somebody that can. You need to get, I would say, a few more weapons to pair with DK. But right now, I would say no. I think just a wild card team. And we have the Saints. I got the Saints as trash. The Saints in my opinion, the draft sucked. I don't know why you get Tyler Shook and not get Shador. Between those two, I mean, that should have been an easy answer. But you're seeing the results of that now in the season. It looks like you took Tyler Shook over Shador. I don't see a future with these quarterbacks. I think, in my opinion, you need to draft a quarterback, especially next year. Start fresh, get some young weapons in there, have them develop. But right now, you're garbage. Then we have the Giants. Okay, I have the Giants right now as trash. I'll put them as trash right now. But the Giants are the shining light in this group. They have the most upside. They have a brighter future than these teams, in my opinion. Defense is playing good. I know Jackson Dart's actually playing good. He's playing better as the games go on. I know he just got hurt. He needs to learn how to slide for one. But I think they have the brightest future. Whoever they hire as coach is going to have a lot to work with. Now, again, it is the Giants, so I don't know what the ceiling's going to be. But in my opinion, they do have a good young core. Scatterboo, one of my favorite running backs, just as a rookie. So hopefully he bounces back, come backs better next year. Jackson Dart has a better season next year. I think this team is going to be good moving forward. Next we have the LA Rams. I gotta have them at Super Bowl. Right now, Stafford is 50 years old, looking like an MVP. Who would have thought? Like they look, Devontae Adams looks good. Puka Nakua, their running game looks good. Their defense looks good. Right now, they look scary. They like can beat any team in the NFL at the moment. I don't see anybody stopping them if they keep playing like this. So yeah, that's what I think right now with the Rams. Then we have the Jets. Trash. And the Jets got a lot of things to do in the offseason. They do have a lot of picks now. Now that they the picks they received from Sauce Gardner, but they have a lot of work to do. I think you need to get a quarterback. I think you need to get maybe a weapon or two. You need to solidify stuff on the defense because the defense doesn't look good. There's a lot of holes in that team right now. So obviously, right now I have them as trash. Then we get to the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers. I think it's a wild card. To be honest, their offense looks bad. They're losing games they should be winning. It's just I saw the Monday night game was awful. Play calling was abysmal. Jordan Love, I've always been abysmal in my opinion. It's just they don't look like a Super Bowl team. Everybody's been saying. I don't know. It's just they don't look good. I don't like their receivers. It's got a lot. There's a lot of holes right now. I think they will get a wild card team because I think Lions are gonna finish top of the division. Green Bay is gonna get a wild card team, but other than that, I don't think they make it far into the playoffs. And we have San Francisco. Now, I got them as a wild card team, but they can be scary. They're winning with everybody hurt. Imagine what happens when they get pieces back. If they so right now I have them as wild card team, but I can see them start making a deep playoff run as they get pieces back. So as the season goes on, I think they pick up steam. Purdy comes back, all these weapons comes back. I think they make a run. Then we have Jacksonville, outside looking in. Jacksonville, in my opinion, they look abysmal. I know their record right now. I might put them just as a wild card, but that's being generous in my opinion. But as the season goes along, I know Travis Hunter's out for the season. That hurts big. I think you're messing him up trying to have him play both ways. I think you need to have him pick a side. But as of right now, I think they're just fringe wild card team. Possibly don't get in. I think they're gonna fall during the second half of the season. So again, I could be wrong. We're gonna see. Next, we have the Vikings. Vikings outside looking in. Vikings, they messed up getting rid of Sam Darnold. In my opinion, they should have kept him. I'm kind of glad they did though. Being a Lions fan, don't got to see him, but Jay just not ready, and it's showing he's not ready. He has a lot of work to do. I don't know if he's the answer. So now you're stuck probably giving him 2 years to try to find out if he is the answer. But the defense, I think, is becoming a little more predictable. I think teams are figuring it out. Ergo, how the Eagles did. Lions didn't, obviously, but that's because of John Morton. But I think teams are starting to figure out that blitz defense, how to beat it. The Eagles found a way to do it. I think teams will go off of that formula in the future. I don't see them doing a lot this year. I think they need pieces. Really, they don't need too many pieces. They just need they need JJ to play better. I don't know if he's the answer for them yet. We'll see though. Next, we have the Chargers. They're a tricky team. Chargers are tricky. I will put them right now. I will give them the wild card. Um, they look good in some spurts, but that game with the Colts can't be ignored either. They got their butts kicked. There's certain games they show up for, certain games they look trash. I'm not a big fan of how they looked during Pittsburgh in that game. Pittsburgh just looked so bad. Chargers ain't had no choice but to win. Their defense is good. I'm not a big fan of Herbert. I don't know what his ceiling is. I think his ceiling is just an average quarterback that maybe can sneak into the wild card. It's never going to make deep playoff runs, in my opinion. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons. It's a tricky team as well. I gotta have them right now outside looking in. I don't think they make the wild card. Um, Again, this is Phoenix's rookie season. I'm not expecting much from Phoenix this year. Um, just to have him develop, become better. They have a lot of weapons, a lot of pieces. They just need him to get better. I think next year they're going to make an actual run at it. This year they just need to have him develop. This is a developing year, so that's what I think right now of them. Next we have the Raiders, garbage, straight garbage. Not even a hard decision. I don't know what's going on with them. They look awful. Gino is not the quarterback from Seattle. Pete Carroll, I don't know what's going on there. It needs to be studied. They are awful. I have no hope for them. They're going to have a tough offseason. A lot of questions need to be answered. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers. Believe it or not, I really think they can be a wild card team. I don't think they make a deep run because I got to see more from Bryce Young this second half of the season to see if they can actually make a run. But they are winning games. They're winning games I personally thought were lost. I lost money on them. But they look kind of dangerous. That defense looks good. The offense is doing enough. I like the running game. I got them as a wild card team. I really do. I believe they'll get a wild card. They won't. In my opinion, they won't make it past the first round, maybe second, but they definitely. I don't think they make it past the first round, but that's a step forward when you're talking about the Panthers of what they came from last year. Next, we have the New England Patriots. I got them as Super Bowl contenders. What I'm seeing, they look like a complete team. Look like one of the most complete teams in the NFL. I don't see who can beat them at their best, or at least right now. As the season goes on, again, this is halfway during the season, but as of right now, I don't see who beats them when they're playing their best football. So right now, yeah, they're up there with the best of them. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowgirls, I mean, sorry. Um, this is another tricky one. I think they're the wild card because I don't think they passed the Eagles in getting that division, but I think they can make the wild card game. That defense is going to stop them right there. The defense is atrocious. I like what I see from their offense this year. I'm liking Pickens. I'm liking Dak, but their defense, you got to have some type of defense. Again, they made some moves, so I'm looking to see what their defense looks like in the second half of the season. But as of right now, I think they're a French wildcard team. They will make it. I don't think they win a playoff game. Next, we have Baltimore. Now, with Baltimore, I know they started off bad. I really think they're bouncing back now. Lamar's healthy. The offense is getting better. Defense is slowly getting better. I think they can win the division. One, because their division sucks. And two, I can't count Lamar out. I can't. I think they make a decent playoff run. They're going to host a home game that's going to get them past the first round. Other than that, I'm not sure. I don't think they have enough to make the Super Bowl because that defense has to make leaps and bounds on what they are now, which I don't think they do that. I think they have enough to win the division, host a playoff game, maybe win it. But other than that, they don't have what it takes to compete with these teams right here, in my opinion. Next, we have the Buccaneers, division winner. I don't know how far they go unless they get healthy. They can easily be up here if they start getting healthy. If they start getting healthy, I think they will be Super Bowl contenders. Remember, Mayfield was playing like an MVP before his pieces start getting hurt. If they can get Bucky Irvin back, they can be dangerous. As of right now, I think they will make a decent playoff run. Then we have Chicago Bears. Now with the Bears, I think, believe it or not, I think they're a wild card team. I really do. I think they can inch their way into the wild card. Now, they easily could be outside looking in, but in my opinion, I think they can at least get wild card. They've been playing a lot better. Ben Johnson is a mastermind on offense. He actually has Caleb Williams playing decent, which I hate Caleb Williams. But I have to admit, they are playing better. They look more promising. The defense has to play better, though. I think they can sneak into the wild card. Probably not. You're not hosting a game. I think you go on the road, you're losing. But this is more than you could ask for if you're the Bears after coming off this offseason. To make the playoffs, that's a huge plus. And then we have the Philadelphia Eagles. When it comes to the Eagles, as of right now, I would say just deep playoff run. They have a huge game coming up next week against the Lions. A lot of that's going to be determined if they're going to be Super Bowl contenders or playoff run team, in my opinion. I do think the Lions will win the game. Eagles have a lot of work to do on offense. AJ Brown is not happy. You have to get him the ball more. You got to run better. I don't know what's going on with Saquon in the run game. Is it the O line? I don't know. They don't look the same. And without a run game, you can't put it on Hurts' back. Hurts been playing decent this year. You have to give him a run game if you really think you're going to make an actual run at a Super Bowl this year. So, and next we have the Broncos. Now, Broncos, in my opinion, they're a good team. They're going to win the division. I don't think they make it that far. I really don't. I don't think they make it as far as people are saying. I don't like Bo Nix. The offense looks abysmal, in my opinion. The defense is going to carry. No, I wouldn't say abysmal for the offense. They don't look that good. I think the defense is going to propel them forward, maybe get a playoff win or two. I don't see them doing much more than that. I don't see them as Super Bowl contenders competing with this team, competing with these teams as of yet. But again, halfway through the season, they could change my mind, but we'll see. Next, we have the Colts. Got to be Super Bowl contenders. Jonathan Taylor is MVP candidate. Daniel Jones, I can't say enough about that pickup. That was the best pickup they could have did. It fits. The Colts always been a quarterback away. They've been able to be a fringe playoff team, make the playoffs without a quarterback. Daniel Jones puts them over the edge. He's not great. He fits in that offense, though. He makes the throws when necessary. That's all the Colts needed. They had a good defense, had a good running back, had good receivers. They just needed Daniel Jones. Who would have thought Daniel Jones would be the answer? So, yeah, this is what I think right now. Again, this is midway through the season, so all of this could change. But I think I feel pretty confident in my list right now. All right, let me know in the comments. Please like the video. Thank you. Much appreciated.